Hey folks, it's Jumpin' Quills, and welcome back to our Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Last we left off, we had some successful scuffles with our enemies to the west, the Vlandians. And we won a few little battles here in the north by Veron Castle, and at the end of it we managed to also get some good coinage, or I guess get asked a weapon, a new weapon, after a tournament. We have 72 troops, so taking a look at our party, we're not doing too bad, too. We've got some pretty good units. We got 18 Imperial Veteran Archers. We got some recruits too. But we got mostly our army is made up of units that we really want. Then we also have a lot of Horse Archers on reserve for once we finally do get our oh so wonderfully deserved Clan Tier 3, which we'll put a lot of Horse Archers into. Now, off screen I was doing a lot of test practicing with cheats enabled and another playthrough, trying to figure out how to counter, I guess pretty much Kuzite Archers. That's not an easy task. I have an idea, but it really doesn't end too well. And it looks like we actually just made peace with the Vlandians, which looked like it came at a perfect time, because it looked like they were sieging Veron Castle. But yeah, when it comes to the Kuzite Horse Archers and Horse Archers in general, they're really strong, especially in large numbers. Well, it was an army of 695. So how do you counter them? Well, there is going to be a way we might be able to try eventually. I don't know if we're going to try it this time around, but it is a formation that we can use and to kind of hopefully keep our archers and unprotected, unarmored people safe in the center. Now, let's see. Is there anyone here we can pick off? We have Mengus here with only 54 units. He'll probably have a party joining him. That doesn't look like we're going to catch him anytime soon. This is actually a pretty bad idea now that I think about it. We probably will get caught here if we're not careful. Luckily, he's entering the city, so it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We're not sure what we can do. We definitely need to get more horses for our army, but what we're actually going to go ahead and try and do is we're going to head back down here to Legeta and hope they have some hardwood to sell, because what we're going to do is try making ourselves a pretty decent melee weapon. And why do I say that? Is because it's a pretty good way of not only if we smith and make weapons, we can sell them for a good amount, because smithing in this game is kind of bugged. If any of you are familiar with a Smithing Brit, the YouTuber who does a pretty good job of looking at, exploitable things in certain games, especially Bannerlord, you can know that smithing is a pretty exploitable thing. So we're going to see if the town has any hardwood available. Definitely this Pugios is one of the best things we can get, apparently from what I understand. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can pick up any hardwood. Hopefully they have some here. If not, it looks like they do, which is perfect. We'll go ahead and just buy about half of it. It's going to be a little bit costly to be doing this, but at this point we're just going to be hopefully making the money back, because we're going to get some pretty good resources when we enter the smithy. And when we enter the smithy, we can see here is we have some items that can be made. But yeah, what we can do is actually go ahead and smelt down our weapons. And the Pugios give us a lot of good resources from just a simple one-handed weapon. So these are some of the highest tier weapons. We can get a good amount of stuff. We can get iron, steel, I believe even fine steel from this. So it's just absolutely amazing. What we're going to go and do is actually, we can't smelt that down, so we need charcoal. And what we need to do is turn hardwood into charcoal, and that takes 2 hardwood per charcoal. So we're going to go and make just 10 charcoal for the time being. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Puts us down to 15 hardwood and 10 charcoal. So now we can actually smelt down these weapons and get some good resources out of them. So we can get 2 raw iron, 1 steel, and 1 fine steel just from a simple throwing knife. It's really weird. Now it looks like we're already tired. We can't even smelt anymore. Unfortunately, there is a certain period of time we have to wait before we can do anything. But what we are looking to do is, I believe we're looking for a blade that is going to be bent steel, but to do that we're going to have to go ahead and actually smelt stuff to learn recipes, as well as go ahead and build stuff to upgrade upgrade the smithing skill. So yeah, that's currently where we are right now. There's not much we can do, unfortunately. It looks like we are kind of out of resources, out of energy to currently smelt with, so we're going to have to come back at a later time. But yeah, that's pretty much all we're going to be doing. We might be stopping to do that every now and then. It looks like we just lost a few people to the Battanians, and some sort of battle. Looks like 4 or 5 maybe from based on the chat there. It's pretty unfortunate, but let's see. We're trying to find at least someone of a decent size. We only got 7 days of food left, so about a week of food. But we're out here looking for a decently sized army, or at least another army smaller than us that we can catch. Unfortunately, with us having very little horses, that's not exactly the easiest thing for us to do. Let's see. Do we want to go east here or do we go north? Let's just try finding something. We could actually raid a village. I don't know if it's the smartest idea, but I'm going to try it. Because the thing is, if a larger army than us comes and we can't run away from them in time, they are faster than us, it's going to put us in a pretty bad situation. So I'm kind of against raiding things for the time being. I still like how you can buy stuff from villages even though you're at war with them. It just kind of makes things funny if you think about it. But yeah, That's what we're going to do. We're definitely just looking for still experience for our troops and just battles whenever we can find them. I don't want to attack villagers because that does increase my criminal rating with a certain area. So if we could catch Among Us here, again, that'd be an ideal thing. I'm not sure what that was. Ooh, I don't like that. We definitely want to get away from this area. They're just chasing them. If we look at the area, that's only 75-64. So at most, we're looking at 130, 140 units in that. Even if I were to join, that put us at 217. They have at least another 100 and... I came to 150. Oh, I think there's 3 parties in that one group right there. There is. So yeah, those 2 are essentially just doomed. There's nothing I can do to help them. That's really unfortunate. Do we want to attack the caravan? I'm not sure. As much as I don't want to, I might actually be using some pretty cheesy tactics and stuff that would be seen as exploitable. I'm still considering doing it, still not. I'm probably not going to do it though, and all things considered. Now, a party of 86, 81 infantry and only 3 range. This actually looks not too bad for me. It's only 37 volunteers, so they definitely do have some good units. But I think we can fight them, and it looks like they're not going to be too shy from fighting us. So let's see. We're going to see if we can actually win this. We're pretty out. They only have 13 men on us, but we have a lot more archers than them, and we're going to be holding the defensive ground. So we're going to hopefully get some good experience out of this. We're still going to win the battle. It even looks like the balance of power is actually in our favor. And again, with them having 37 recruits, a morale break will most likely be a high-stake thing. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to fall them back onto the hill here for our arrows. We have 30 archers, which is a very decent number. So I'm going to keep my warriors right behind them and these right here. Now, I think what I might do is actually put my archers into a loose formation, just to kind of get them spread out a bit more. So they're not going to be so clustered up, because it looks like the reason why I'm spreading them out is because in their past experiences, the enemy formation, or the enemy charging lines will end up changing into a loose formation as well, which means that our kind of a really thin line, or a really, I guess, censored area will focus only on one area of the line. So if we spread them out, there's a good chance of us lowering numbers. It even looks like we have some units with javelins ready to be thrown too, so as they get closer. Again, 76 melee units and 1 cavalry. It doesn't even say they have archers, which is confusing me. Do they look like they have any archers? They have a mercenary guard, 11 crossbowmen. Not seeing any archers, interestingly enough, or any major archers. That's a really confusing number. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That's really strange. But yeah, our archers should be opening up here soon enough, and we'll probably hope we can, again, still get some javelin throws in. They're throwing javelins from that far away, I believe they are anyways. So the archers are open up. Let's see if they actually either go into a shield wall or loosen up here. I might have done myself by not loosening or keeping my guys in a loose formation. Let's see how much damage we can do here. Want to keep our footmen ready. Yeah, there's a loose formation. That's what I expected. It looks like they're going to pause for a second. Not sure why. Yeah, they like to go into a loose formation and just kind of pause for a moment before... Oh my god, that was... What just hit me? Something hit me. I can't even see if I get hit by a javelin or not. But it looks like they're taking a lot of casualties just because they're trying to get to our lines. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, actually, is if they get a little bit closer... I'm going to charge our infantry in here, keep my guys in the back line, and focus on anyone that looks like who's a really big danger, especially has some good armor, good stuff like that. We've only taken 1 injury or 1 death, 2 deaths so far, one archer, 1 infantry, which really aren't bad numbers. Oh, there they are. Okay, there's the deaths I was worried about. A lot of wounds, unfortunately, not so many deaths, but a lot of deaths, not so many wounds as I was hoping for. But with that being said, we lost, looking at our men, we lost 6 men, 3 infantry, 4 infantry, 5 infantry, and 1 archer. It's not the best numbers, but it certainly could be a lot worse, especially for us. We got a lot of upgrades though, so I think all in all it was definitely a worthwhile trade. Unfortunately, not the most exciting of tactics for me, but when we have a army that is primarily archers, we definitely want to use our range advantage to what we can. Oh, he is not in full retreat mode, but it looks like a trained archer just hit that shot from a while away. That is an impressive shot. But yeah, well, we have the archer stuff, or we have the archer, what's it called, the range advantage. We might as well take use of it. So moving our guys up when that's unnecessary and puts us at a greater danger, don't think it's really the best idea. Let's see, can we hit this guy? Oh, we got him. All right, so that's, I think, not even a single escape from any of the enemies. We get 4 wounds, but 6 deaths, mainly from our infantry side of things, which is to be expected and kind of something I want to see. Still weird that we took a trained archer death, which means I didn't charge my infantry soon enough and get them on the front line, but we just plundered 4,933 dinars or gold, which is absolutely fantastic. We're going to go ahead and take Perindor prisoner here, but just looking at our units, we got a lot of upgrades from that. Unfortunately, since we lost an archer and can't really get him back, so we're going to actually put one of these recruits into an archer to get all of these guys into veteran infantrymen once we can. So that's really nice. The Imperial Archers even ready to upgrade as well as some of these guys. So now we have 24 veteran archers. So that's still, if I'm doing my math right, that is 3/4 of our... No, Is that 3/4? I can't. 30 divided by 4 is not 24. Okay, I'm having just a stupid moment. But Battanian Hero, we're definitely going to take a Battanian Hero prisoner because we look at the Battanian Feline Champion. It has one of the best bow skills in the game. Even looking at our veteran archers and we look at our Palatine guards, they only have a bow skill of 160. So if we get a Battanian Hero into a Feline Champion, they're insanely powerful. Even right now, they're only just about 30 points below a Palatine guard, but certainly better than what we have right now. And Battanian Feons, just look at that jump in bow skill from 160 to 260. Definitely going to take him prisoner. Going to want to keep him on hand. If you see any more of those noble units from the Battanian sides, we're definitely going to take them prisoner because we're going to hold on to them just for the sole fact of keeping them as recruitable units. It doesn't look like we lost. We didn't really gain anything. We got some food from that, definitely some money, which is what I was looking for. We can actually buy another workshop now, which will increase our passive income per day, which will help us afford an even larger and more expensive army. Looking other than that, we got some, I think, Battanian ponies, so we got some more horses, which will slightly increase our carrying weight and our movement speed on the map. But what we definitely need to do here now is get the hell out of Dodge and hopefully not get caught by this guy here. Looking at him, he's got 13 range, so definitely not something we want to mess with. He's got board novices and board champions, so yeah, those archers are definitely not something we want to mess with. We could definitely win the battle against them, but it's probably not the best idea, so we're just going to get out of Dodge, especially if we make a mistake and he ends up getting someone else to do on his side, and we certainly won't win. But looking at what we can, it looks like we're going to head down over here to Golarian, and we're going to try to recruit some more recruits to make up for the losses that we had or suffered. And let's see what we can pick up here. 4 recruits, which is perfect. We're not quite where we need to be. We did pick up another archer, and actually, yeah, we did pick up another archer, so we just need to replace the 5 infantrymen. One was already replaced, so technically we still need to pick up, I think, another 2 people. But yeah, we could actually go ahead and try fighting these guys. It looks like their movement speed is slightly lower than ours. It's probably going to take too long to catch them, because we eventually will get them, but I don't want to run them back into Battanian territory and put myself in a worse position. We've got some guys who are still wounded, which isn't too terrible. I don't know who we have wounded, but it's not too much of an issue. I really do want to upgrade these Imperial Veteran Infantrymen, but I don't know if it's the best time to do so. Let's see. I don't know. What we're also going to do, though, is quickly look at these still are making us money. I might actually just go ahead and sell off this workshop, because let's be honest, it's only making us 15 gold, so we'll get some money back from it. We got about 7,000 gold back from that. Completely forgot about that, but we're sitting at 23k at the moment. I'm not going to buy a workshop here in Legata, because it's a little too close to the front line. So what I'm going to do is actually head over here to Jalmaris, and buy some stuff there, assuming that this actually has some workshops that we are interested in. It doesn't even look like it. They've got grain, so we can buy a brewery in Jalmaris. These Midway Palafries can't really do much with that, but we'll buy a brewery in Jalmaris and get some extra good coins from that. But looking at the other stuff, about 150 is about what I'm expecting, so it won't be half bad if I say so myself. Definitely want to actually stop on this village on the way here just to save us some time. And not go out of the way. That is a massive army of looters, something we're definitely going to take advantage of and get some experience out of that. Unfortunately, we're missing just 1 person. As for these looters, there should be some really good experience for our units. We actually have a point in writing that we can level up. Decrease mounted archer penalty by 15%. Mounted archer for game amount is okay. Increase mounted top speed by 5%. Campaign speed by 2. That's actually really, both of these are, this is typically, I would go with this if I wasn't going for an archery build. But since I am going mainly archery, I'm going to go for a decreased penalty. So we're going to have better accuracy when we're on our horseback. It might be a questionable choice. Again, I think the movement speed is typically more affordable, so you can respond in time. But looking at anything else, we're definitely going to put a point into 2-handed weaponry, just for the sole fact that I probably will end up using a pole arm of some kind, or maybe even a pole arm. We'll probably be using a polearm of some kind, though, or at least a 2-handed weapon to kind of keep ourselves at range. I don't want to get up close and personal. I won't have a shield, so having a polearm, I think, will be a best case scenario. Looking at these, group of 63, this is just pretty much free experience. How can I not take this? It's just, you're right there. You're just offering yourselves to me on a platter. We actually have 4 militia joining us here, too, since we're close to the village. It's only 4. It's really small, but they probably aren't rated. So I think they will always pretty much charge us. So what I'm going to do is just kind of keep my arrows on the front line here. Infantry right behind them, we're just sitting right behind. I'm not going to get... Oh, no, I did not want to do that. I completely messed that up. There we go. 3, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. I'm not sure why they are charging, but oh well, it's kind of to be expected, unless I guess we'll just maybe get a hit in or 2, move us off and sum it up. But yeah, we'll ourselves just put some infantry and put some shots down range, get our bow experience leveled up as well as our riding skill, and just see if we can't get any kills. There we go. Yeah, those infantry didn't really get anyone. It's to be expected. I'm really not surprised it didn't get anyone. I actually probably should have waited a little bit. There's not a guarantee that it's going to go well. Let's see. Oh no, there's a morale break already, so it's not going to be not in any immediate danger. These guys are going to throw rocks at me, so I'm going to get out of the way. How about really hurt, you pieces of shit? I don't even look like it doesn't even look like we really broke anything, so I'm going to have to charge the remaining of my men so I can get the majority of these looters. Please stop throwing rocks at me and my horse. That was very disrespectful, you pathetic peasant. But yeah, technically I was once a peasant. I charged all my men. They're going to chase these guys down. Hopefully maybe the archers can get some extra kills, prevent some of them from running away. Because if the raiding survivors will still remain in an active group that you can hunt down on the map, but I probably won't go for them since there's not that many of them left. At least I think. There's actually still a good 19 looters left, but yeah, it's not really the best case scenario, or the best situation to be chasing all of them. We still got some looters look like chasing them down. I think looters are generally faster, but I think since looters technically don't have any armor, they're not technically slowed down by anything. So let's see. We're going to get as many kills as we can here. Normally I wouldn't do this, but there is a pretty good thing for a reason to chase them down. Is not only to get the kills and possibly wounds and whatnot, but to actually get your bow and riding skills leveled up with landing shots and getting kills that way. So let's see how many more we can get before they get out of here, and then we'll go back onto the main map and then hopefully buy something at Jomara's. Can I get one more kill in? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's all the kills we're going to get. And like I just said, bottom left, our bow skill is not 90 and our riding skill 105. So we leveled up our riding skills 5 times in this one battle alone. Not sure about the bow skills, but yeah, a pretty good thing all around. We got, I think, 9 level ups, so it's not a whole lot, but it's definitely something. I'm not going to bother taking them prisoner. I'm talking really fast, I'm realizing. It's something I just tend to do. It's like so much I want to talk about, but it's just like oh, I guess we accidentally have a legionary now. I didn't mean to do that, but we do have a legionary. It's our very first legionary. Legionaries look pretty cool in my personal opinion. I don't know if they're the best melee units. They're certainly one of the best melee units. Just because they're really good in the cohesion and just damage and whatnot and armor. They're pretty decent. Excuse me, I got burps now. It's unfortunate. Oh, not during now. I'm trying to have a recording session. My body's 9. Let's see. We can take a lot of loot here, be able to sell this off for some profit. We actually might be able to buy 2 workshops. We're definitely not going to buy a second workshop in Jarmars because I just don't see that being all too profitable. We're moving as slow as a horse because we're at 1 speed. It's just kind of weird how it's like triple, or that's just double speed and 1 speed. I kind of wish it was a faster speed. I'm not looking for like an even faster speed to move. Just because it kind of takes a while, but oh well. We can always live with that. It's not terrible. So first things first, we're going to pick up our last recruit to kind of replace the losses we had against the Vlandians. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is just talk to someone, or actually no, before we do that, let's sell some stuff off and see what we can get coin-wise. We still have the Pugios. Actually, hold on, no, I made another mistake. I know. I keep changing what I'm saying I'm going to do. We're going to go to Smelt, and we're going to smelt down these smooth. Actually, you must rest and spend time before you can do this action. So it looks like we actually will have to rest in town for a bit. So I guess we are going to have to wait here for some time. Maybe I'll get my recovery up. I don't really know where my energy is when it comes to smithing, but I guess we'll figure that out one way or another. But yeah, we're going to stop waiting here. It's pretty much been the next morning. We still got a decent amount of food, 9 days of food, so over a week, so I'm not really too terribly spent or worried about food at the moment. So I guess what we will go ahead and do is we'll just lock the Pugios, not get rid of them. Any food that we're holding on to don't want to sell either, because that's going to be stuff we want to hold on to. Charcoal in the hardwood we'll hold on to, as well as all of this stuff. We don't want to sell the stuff away. And we could have got us some pretty good gold if we were to sell the steel and whatnot, but it's not something I want to do at the moment, so we're going to sell anything that we just really don't want to hold on to. We definitely want to look for any of these things, anything coming better than what we are asked to have on. It doesn't even look like it, so there's no reason to look through them anymore. It's actually some pretty decent tattered wrap shoes, but yeah, nothing really worth holding on to, so we're just going to go ahead and sell this stuff off and get some good coinage. So let's see, we got 4,800 gold, which is pretty decent if you ask me. It's actually putting us we might just have barely enough to buy 2 workshops. I don't know if we can afford, I don't know if we can have another workshop, so yeah, I'm going to have 1 more workshop until we get another upgrade in clan tier. So yeah, we'll just buy another workshop here in Jalmaris, buy a brewery, because I believe this city up here, or this village, Dredios, is tied to Jalmaris and it produces grain. So what we're going to go ahead and do is talk to him, the smith, and hopefully we'll be able to find one of the workshops in town from here. Hello, my name is Carmen. Doesn't matter. I'm going to leave for now. Thank you for making me very closer. We're just going to head over to the brewery since it's right here and we don't have to change or do the whole change production thing. We'll just be able to buy it right out. And let's see, one of the shop workers, here we go. I would like to buy this workshop, yes, and we're not going to change it since it's a brewery, we're not going to change it. There we go, and we just bought that for 13,000 gold, so we definitely could afford another workshop. Unfortunately, there's not even the possibility of us having it until we get our clan tier leveled up, and that's really all we're going to be able to do here. So what we're going to do is actually probably still hang around for a little bit to get healed up and all the like, but I think we actually we're going to have enough gold now. We have 400 from the mercenary contract, our party wages are at 351, if we kind of include what we have now. With the workshop income of 347 to rough 350, we're going to add another 150 to that. It's going to put us about 500, so we can afford to, I think, upgrade a few of these guys. Look at the pay for the veteran archers. They're about 8 gold in terms of pay, right? Yeah, 8 gold to pay, and if we level them up into a paladin guard, let's just see what we do here. And just level, I'm just going to put 1 into a paladin guard, kind of figure things out from here. Paladin guard's pay is 12, so it'd be increase of 4 pay. So if we leveled up 24 of them, which is what we could do, 24 times 4 would be, God, I can't do 100 gold. So we actually could, it'd still put us about negative 50 over the current thing or what I'm projecting ourselves at, but it's definitely something worthwhile doing. So I want to dump all of these guys into some paladin guards. They're going to be insane. You guys are going to see a really big difference in terms of just the amount of damage output that we can do with paladin guards. And only 24 of them. It's still insane. We'll actually just get this guy into a veteran infantryman or a Imperial Legionary as well, just because why the hell not? We could do to make some of that gold back is actually sell off some of these guys, but there's not really a reason. We should actually probably do ourselves a favor and just go ahead and donate. No, it's the area. We're donating to the garrison. We don't want to donate to the garrison. We want to donate to the dungeon. There we go. Donate prisoners. We're going to get rid of Pirandor just to keep him out of war, and so he doesn't have a chance of really providing another army or any means of major siege. It doesn't look like we're making any really headway anywhere. It doesn't look like we've lost anything. We haven't really gained anything either. So I think it's just going to be a winning time. I think the Western Empire is in a pretty good position. The fact that we haven't, they've actually taken a castle from the Kuzites, or not the Kuzites, the Aserai, which is pretty impressive. Typically, they don't tend to take anything from the Aserai. But yeah, looking at what we can do, I guess we're just pretty much stuck with the same old. We're going to farm some enemies. Oh, we're going to war with the Southern Empire. That's not really the best case scenario, guys. But I mean, I'll gladly go to war with them because they have Imperial units. And if I take Imperial units prisoner, it kind of keeps our whole theme of having Imperial soldiers for our army. So let's see. And we'll actually probably have an easier time against the fighting against the Imperials than we do the Battanians because we'll have the same unit, so I'm not too worried about any of that. So with that, we actually declared war on the Southern Empire, which I, again, don't wholeheartedly agree with wanting to go to war. I think if we were to focus all of our efforts on one person, on one faction, we definitely can get a lot more out of it. Oh, that's in a party of 119. Don't know if we can do much about that. We're just going to kind of see if we can skirt past them here and go through the mountain pass over here just to kind of keep ourselves safe, because again, don't want to really fight an army of 139. It depends, honestly, that would depend if the majority of that army was made out of recruits. If it was, I wouldn't be too worried. So let's see, our mercenary contract is going down because we haven't fought any enemies. So what can we do here? We're trying to look for people who we can fight, kind of catch out any smaller lords and whatnot, but it doesn't look like they're in the area, so I'm not sure where they would be. They've actually, the Southern Empire isn't doing too hot against the Aserai, as I kind of predicted. And I imagine most of their armies are actually over here because it looks like they're actively at war. So what we're going to go ahead and do is try to hunt down some of their armies and weaken them so the Aserai could take them down. So we could actually take some land from them as well, because if they're being attacked on two sides, this might be the best case. So it actually looks like we won a pretty decent battle against the Battanians over in the north or northwest. But yeah, other than that, come on, there's gotta be some people around here somewhere, right? I'm just looking for something. Just looking for something here. All right, we're gonna actually go ahead and just buy some coinage. If we actually lost a decent, no, we haven't lost that much money. This isn't too expensive. So we'll go ahead and buy this stuff. We'll just buy it. What should I just buy? That's a lot. We don't want to buy that much. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and buy put ourselves at about 30. I think it's pretty decent place to keep ourselves at. So let's see. We'll go ahead and just leave and keep going on. Looks like another party thing. Someone else has want to join here. So it looks like we could literally recruit from anyone here except from the Imperial Busolari. I don't know if I'm going to be... Ooh, that is an army I don't want to get caught by, because that is not good. Yeah, we're going to see, yeah, they just completely ignore us. I think they're, again, strangely enough, they're going to go west to try fighting us, despite the fact that everything else is going so wrong. These guys are going to be... We're the same speed as us, so they're the same speed as us, we're not going to catch them, but they actually might run themselves into the corner over here, which if they do, we will definitely be able to catch them, or if they run across the bridge, we won't be able to catch them. So let's see what they do here. If they turn north, we'll be just fine. So it looks like we're going to be able to... Ooh! Come on now, right on them. They just need to make one more mistake, one more slight turn, we should be able to get on them. I'm going to keep chasing them because I think we can actually catch them. It just needs to hit them if they hit a forest, we should actually be able to... Ooh, look at them, we're right on their butts. Just come here, let me fight you. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're going to be fighting Viviana here. It doesn't even look like they have really anything. They have 23 recruits. Literally half their army is recruits. They have 13 archers, which can be problemsome, but we're not going to be charging right into them just to save ourselves any casualties and trying to take stuff. Obviously, there'll be Imperial prisoners we can take, but I'm not too worried about... I don't want to lose troops if I don't absolutely have to, so I'm going to keep a more cautious stance when it comes to my tactics, at least for this episode in the foreseeable future. We only have actually about 5 minutes left in the episode, so we're going to see if we can quickly find something else to do at the end of this battle. If not, well, it's going to be something really short. So let's see. We're just going to... They're not actually charging us, right? They're not insane. So she's being an absolute just mad lad. What is she doing? Wait, my archers didn't get any, like, shots on her. Oh my... What just happened? Her horse just got destroyed. So it looks like they're actually charging, which is very interesting. I'm going to put them into a loose formation. And I'm going to keep my infantry just literally right behind them if possible. So let's see, I'm just going to kind of skirt them right behind my bowmen right here. We have, again, Palatine guards just going off. It looks like they actually have either nobles or like really good recurve bows, one of the two. But the enemy archers are coming in, so that's not good. Let's see if we can put our infantrymen in a shield wall. And I think what we're going to actually go ahead and do now is move them in front of our archers and hopefully protect our archers from fire. They're taking a pretty big beating. I'm actually going to charge my infantrymen to kind of get their archers to keep attention off of my archers here. Hopefully they'll actually stop throwing javelins and put more focus on... Oh, I kind of forget I'm still in the battle. I'm commentating and spectating while I'm getting shot at with arrows. So we lost the Imperial recruit, but yeah, we luckily can have our people with shields so they can charge right in. We can put them in a shield formation and charge them in, so they'll just move slowly forward and they'll actually block some arrows. So again, this is pretty decent. We lost one Imperial recruit. We lost an Imperial recruit and 2 wounds on our Imperial recruits. So again, we got 3 promotions there. So all things, I think all is well, at least for the most part. So really to replace one person. You're my prisoner. Do I want to take the prisoner? I'm going to let her go. Partially because they're already in a pretty bad situation. I don't want to completely devastate the Southern Empire. So we're actually just going to go ahead and take one of them prisoner. We're not going to take any... We'll actually take all these guys prisoners as well. We'll take about 5. We'll take all these archers prisoner, just so we can replace any archer losses that we have. We'll just take more of these of them prisoners as well. But I think that's all we're going to take. We'll take one more, just bring it up to 35. But yeah, that's a pretty decent... We got the hiccups again, or the burps again. Not pleasant. But let's see. I think that's really all we're going to be able to do. It doesn't look like they're having a fun time against the Aderi. They never seem to win, which I think is because the Aderi also have horse cavalry. So for as good as the Empire was supposed to be, technically in lore, they don't really do too well. We're actually being chased by him here. It looks like they have 55 infantry with 18 range. Of the infantry, 34 are recruits, so it's not too terrible. I'm looking at, let's see, trained archers. One of those archers are currently out, so we're looking at 14 archers, a cataphract, and a crossbowman. 14, 17, 18. That's actually not terrible units. Well, it's not, I'm sorry, it's not terrible. It's not too bad of units. We could definitely fight them. I mean, we were down a few men, but I think with us having the range advantage, we could definitely kill the majority of the units before they got close. And they don't have such a large cavalry force that I'm not too worried. So you know, we're actually going to do it. I don't think he's going to be afraid of... Oh, he is afraid to fight us. Okay, so never mind. I don't think we're going to do it. Oh, actually, we definitely want to get out of here now because I think they're both going to catch up, which is not ideal. Let's see if we can get back to Western land before something wrong or something really bad happens. So I'm just, again, really hoping these guys don't catch up to me because I don't like the idea of them being able to. So we're going to cut through... Okay, one of them's actually pulled off, so I'm feeling safe now. Yeah, definitely can't win against the battle with that many units, especially... I mean, they don't have, again, a whole lot of units on that end, but they have 35 recruits. Yeah, I just don't think it's a good idea to be fighting them. These guys, yeah, I'm not going to worry about them. We're going to keep heading over here. I'm not sure where that one army of 200 like something we got, like 280 went, but we're just going to go ahead and pop over into Sionica and just kind of sell off the rest of our stuff and probably call the video there. Definitely don't want to get caught in that battle. If I had gone on them, there's a good chance we actually would have been fighting double the number we wanted to originally fight. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and go to the trade section and just sell off anything that we currently have or we don't want. Sorry, just to correct myself. So we have some grain, we have 18 grain remaining. That's only about 5 days of food, so less than a week. So definitely should buy more food, which we definitely will do since we're here and we can. But let's see. We have grain for cheap, 9 grain. Alright, we can get grain for just 9 gold. So we'll just do that and get some good money out of that. 1,300 gold is what we just made. And to end this off, let's see if we can do any smithing. Let's see if the smithing has changed for us. Are we able to smelt? We still cannot. Oh, we can't smelt. Wonderful. Yeah, where does the energy say? Oh, we have stamina smithing. There we go. So let's see. So it looks like just we did 3 there, so I can't do math. That doesn't make any sense. Is it by 15? 15, right? No, it's not. That's such a weird stamina skill. Okay, it's a weird stamina thing. Well, let's see what we can do. We have some pretty good materials, but I think we actually do need to smelt down some other weapons to get some other parts. We actually have a pointed falchion blade that we can make, though, which is pretty decent. Unfortunately, we don't really exactly have a whole, best grips, it looks like, but we can always change that. Let's see what happens if we just change the size of it. So changing the side lowers the swing speed, but increases the cut damage? Not even increasing the cut damage. It doesn't even... There's really no point in increasing the size, because all it does is just lower the swing speed. So yeah, having it about there would be fine. It's actually not too terrible. And if we actually I just want to take a look at something else real quick, and we'll take a look at our own melee weapon, of course. Let's go look at our own melee weapon. We have a melee weapon, a Spatha. It does 64 cut damage. It has pierce damage, but again, it's not really it's not the cream of the crop. So I don't know. We are looking for a polearm, but I think for the sake of crafting and giving ourselves a better sword, I think next episode we actually are going to craft that blade since we can, and it's going to be pretty decent. But yeah, with that being said, that's going to be the end of the video, folks. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more in the future, you know what to do. It's been Jumpin' Quills, and I'll see you folks in the next one.